here with Jim from Virginia. Was that his name? Yeah, Jim. I am curious as to what I'm supposed to do, Jim. I'm curious as to how I'm supposed to handle a piece of information that was new news, and I do follow the details of these things fairly closely. New piece of information comes to me in the last 10, 11 minutes, and you already expect me to do a full in-depth investigation and backgrounder on all the things that that were included in that little piece of information. Not every show is a complete standalone, okay? So today we're going to have some information that we didn't have yesterday, and tomorrow we're going to have more information that we didn't have today. But, Jim, you got to have some sort of realistic understanding that when somebody says something that is brand new information, it takes a little while to I don't have 500 people that work for me at my disposal the way Ted Turner does at CNN. Give me just a little bit of time. I've already got an email off to Jordan Seculo at the ACLJ. We will confirm within the next 24 hours if what Becky said is true or not. But as someone that has watched very carefully, as someone who has observed other organizations going through the process, and as someone who has seen other news outlets reporting that today is the 1-month anniversary of the promise by the president to get to the bottom of it, I can confirm from my own limited powers of observation that I do not sense, see, or have experienced anything. And I've got back channel people that I talk to. No one is aware of any major initiative by the executive branch to get to the bottom of this. The only formal investigation that has been opened is that in the House committee. Other than that, I'm not sure what you expect, Jim. But you're obviously upset about it, and I don't want to. I'm only human. I can't jump tall buildings in a single bound, but we'll do the best we can. That you have our word on. 888-589-8840. Let's go to Richard in Mobile, Alabama, who's been patient. Richard, thanks for your patience. You're on with Kevin McCullough on AFA Today.
Yeah, man. He works for the IRS, so don't worry about it. If he ain't got, he knows what he's doing, man.
Richard, you don't know that.
Yeah, but he knows what he's doing. Look, I'm a born-again Christian. My eyes are open to the evilness of the world, and I know for a fact that the IRS has already said they're guilty. So, and we know they're not going to tell on themselves. Common sense is they're going to try to get out of it. That's why there's nobody being fired. There's nobody being laid off. If that happened in our world, we'd be in prison. So I got common sense. And I know that if the Republican Party, there is some in there like Ted Cruz and some of them that really want to get to, like Boehner said, somebody needs to go to jail for this because this is breaking laws. And I think if the Republican Party the people that's in there, the rhinos, we don't get rid of them, we could get rid of this president on impeachment charges. We could get rid of this president. A lot of the people, we could have them put in jail. But the Republican Party that's in bed with the Democratic Party is what our problem is. And I pray that the Tea Party fires back up. And evidently they were dismantled by the IRS in the election. That's why they didn't show up. It seems like we didn't show up because they...
Richard, I think you're kind of... from my perspective, it seems like that's a little bit jumping to conclusions because most Tea Party organizations that I know, and I've been intimately involved with the Tea Party groups, they are still in operation. They have not disbanded. Some of them did not get tax-exempt status for 501c4, but... evidently, and evidently the process of delaying and harassing them is still going on because Becky did report in her visit with us at the top of the hour that another Tea Party group just got the same set of invasive questions that her Tea Party group had gotten. She would know what the questions are for Jim and other cynics that may be there listening. She would know what those questions are because her Tea Party got those lists of questions. What's the names of your donors? What types of speeches do you have at your organizations? What are the backgrounds of the people that come to speak at your organizations? These are all things that they're not allowed to ask under 501c4 status, and yet they were asking them anyway. 888-589-8840. Let's talk to Rick, who's calling us from Ohio. Rick, welcome. You're on with Kevin McCullough on AFA Today. Hi.
Hey, Kevin. How are you today?
I'm trying to weather the storm, brother. That's what
I hear. It's the battering has begun.
Just one step at a time. That's all.
Yeah, I just had a comment, and I wanted to comment previous to today about this issue, and it's that we can't even have Republicans and Democrats who are Americans negotiating together. Why are we going to negotiate at a table with people who, when I'm speaking of the Taliban, if they get 99% out of 100, they'll walk away because they don't get the 1%. And I just don't understand how we can send anyone to deal with people who are associated with terrorism in any form to go negotiate when we can't even get anything done in our own government.
Well, and why isn't anyone in the media even interested in this story? I mean, I reported it here yesterday. I didn't see it on any other media outlets throughout the rest of the day yesterday. And then I wake up to this new development that it looks like no one told Karzai. He's very unhappy about how the whole thing went down. Didn't know that the U.S. and the Taliban were planning on meeting privately before he was brought into the mix. Don't you work with your allies and try to form a strategic strategy going against those that you have the differences with? I mean, isn't that the way it's supposed to work? Why do we consistently seem to cut our friends off at the knees and embrace our enemies? I'm not understanding this.
I think perhaps that the answer to the question is this administration doesn't see our enemies as enemies. That they
that's
might
probably true.
Actually look at it as their buddies, and they're going to help their buddies get what they want, and the socialist calendar continues to go towards its end. I mean, I just couldn't know why, other than there's someone wanting to accomplish something in our government to benefit the Taliban.
It seems very murky at the very best, and I think it's worth asking the questions over. Rick, thanks for your thoughtful comments. Appreciate it. 888-589-8840, 888-589-8840. If you're just joining us, the mall in the Washington, D.C. capital of America today, filled with Tea Party patriots. They are there to lobby Congress. They're going to be doing that this afternoon, but they rallied together to remind themselves as Tea Party organizations that, the IRS probably wants the whole targeting scandal to go away. They're reminding the government and those in Washington today that they're not going to. You can't be maleficent towards people as a whole subclass of society and expect to get away with it in a free market, a place of free speech and a place of freedom of association and the ability to believe and think for yourself. It's not going to happen. And so they're reminding the government that tried to isolate, marginalize, put all of them in a box, that they're not going to be allowed to do that because they still work for us. Let's go to Ricky in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Hi, Ricky. Welcome. You're on AFA Today with Kevin McCullough.
Thank you, Kev. Appreciate that. And I wanted to preface my question. I want to ask a question about IRS before you answer. I wanted to give a little advice. Every time like Felix, trying to accuse the Tea Party of being racist, almost 99.99% of the time, any time a Democrat, liberal, leftist tries to call you a program and accuse you or your integrity or AFA, that's a dead giveaway. That's exactly what they're guilty of themselves. It's quite obvious he's racist, why he's accusing the Republican Party or Tea Party is racist, because almost 100% of the time, whatever they accuse us of, that's exactly what they're guilty of. Anyhow, I would just tell them, listen to Travis Smiler or somebody else. I mean, what they're trying to do is pull you off of the truth. Christians that listen to, which is most of the program listeners, they're hungry for the truth, but you get these liberal Democrats that try to throw you off the path to get you to defend yourself, and then you waste precious moments trying to, and look, all they're after is just to get you sidetracked, just like Jim. I mean, that dude's a Democrat liberal. That's why he's trying to cast.
I don't have proof of that, Ricky, and he said that he was on my side. What I try to do is take people at face value and try to understand what they say in the words that they use, and then I try to formulate a biblical response to that. But you may be right. What's your comment about the IRS today?
Now, Congress, which is Republican control, can defund the IRS, but does President Obama have to sign that or has to pass through the Senate before it's law? Or they could just say, hey, we're going to pass a law and bypass the Senate and the President and just defund that way they'd automatically be out of business. Can they do that, or they got to get...
I believe that they have the power to stop the appropriation of the IRS. The key is I don't know that any of them are willing to do it without the support of the other two branches. But we'll see. There were a lot of people at the rally today. Thank you, Ricky, for the call. There are a lot of people at the rally today that were advocating the dismantling of the IRS and the establishment of tax reform in the form of a fair tax or a flat tax. I wrote about the flat tax. I've heard about the fair tax. I've seen both plans. I understand the arguments for both. People ask me every year, do you support, which one do you support? Which side are you on? I'm like, I'll take either over what we currently have. I just think it's a lot more fair. Real quickly, let me take Troy in Theodore, Alabama. Troy, welcome. You're on with Kevin McCullough on AFA Today. Hi.
Thank you, Kevin. I wanted to comment real quickly. I am a member of a Common Sense, a Tea Party here in Mobile, and we work very closely with the Wetumpka Tea Party. I can tell you that Becky has been dedicated from day one, and no way would she get up and say something false without having her facts and knowing her ducks in a row. And I just wanted to defend that because we all of the Tea Parties have been fighting to hold our government accountable. And very quickly, I also wanted to comment on Afghanistan. What's going on there, in my opinion, is that we have seen a template of what's happening. You know, he did the same thing in Egypt when he went and talked to the Muslim Brotherhood without Mubarak. There has been an undermining of all of the leaders in Middle East so that eventually the Muslim Brotherhood or Al-Qaeda can take control. And what my own opinion is that our president is creating a caliphate, trying where that is just Islamic control all over the Middle East. And they're doing that by undermining the Middle Eastern leaders.
But Troy, let me ask you this question, because, and you're not the first person that I've heard say that, and I'm very hesitant to jump into conspiratorial ideas. What does he gain from from accomplishing that? If that's really his goal, what does he gain, for instance, for his daughters or for his family or for his future? If that's the end result, what does he personally get out of it?
Well, we have to look back at Obama's background, and he did go to Muslim teaching. He was where in Indonesia, I believe, he attended Muslim school. He has been on record as saying that.
Right, but what does he gain from it? What's his angle on that?
I don't know what his angle would be. I'm pretty sure he feels like he's not worried about whether his family is going to be in danger, because he's pretty much set. I'm not a conspiracist, Kevin. I'm just looking at the facts that I've read and looking at his background and looking at the template. Well,
and you know what? And there's nothing wrong in that at all. And Troy, I wasn't trying to imply that you were, but I do hear a lot of different theories a lot. And I always try to sift through them and think through them a little bit deeper, because I always want to make sure I try to understand where people are coming from. Anyway, interesting stuff. All the stories we talked about today will be linked at the brand new Facebook page for AFA Today. AFAtoday.com is how you get there, AFAtoday.com. And we'll be back tomorrow with an update, maybe from Jordan Sekulow.